Hello. Hi.
Good?
Hey-o.
Hi, guys.
What's up?
Would you like to introduce yourselves? You've never been on the Ska Kid anything.
No,
We have not.
No, and funny story, how Will found me. He was at Hattrick's drinking. Our friend Chrissy was like, hey, I know this girl. So this dude starts fucking like messaging me, like not Facebook messaging me, but like texting me. And I'm like, I don't know who this is. And he's like, this bartender told me to contact you because you do music stuff and blah blah blah. We ended up going and meeting you. We ended up meeting you at the bar that night to talk. So that's Will.
Hi.
Ray.
Ray, I'm Ray. I sing.
Y'all know me.
And
Hi.
your drums.
I have a tendency of being relentless with booking and stuff like that.
That's fine. It wasn't even that you were trying to book. I think you were just like, ooh, pick me, pick me.
Right.
Yes.
Pretty much. Enthusiastic.
So that's how we ended up meeting. But you gave me like your whole life story at a very loud bar as we were drinking. So we're gonna go piece by piece through that, okay? And I apologize, I'm a dick. For the longest time, because I couldn't hear you, I thought it was Sausage Party. And I was like that movie!
Still a cool league.
Right?
Still a cool league.
Okay, I'm
Very
good.
fitting.
I told you for Halloween I'm going to dress up as a
You
hot
should
dog.
be, you should.
Just out of to pay homage
There's
to
so
your
much sausage here.
fuck up.
There is so much sausage
Hashtag
here.
sausage.
That's cool. It's alright.
Okay.
I like sausage.
We put a show
We know.
together with you guys.
Yes.
Yes, you
Yes.
guys played with Red Line Messiah
Yes,
from
and they were
Chicago.
awesome. That was a fun show.
Yeah, excellent band.
So, let's start from the very beginning. A very good place to start. No? No? Do you know what that is from? Anybody? That's a trivia.
I have no idea.
When you sing, you begin with do, re, or when you read,
the
you begin with
Newsies.
ABC.
No? Okay. We're doing the Sound of Music.
Yes! You got
Sound of
it.
Music.
Sound of Music.
That's what I thought, but I was.
Hey, I was close. I said the
question.
Newsies. It's not Kate, you know it.
The Newsies?
Jared
It
watched
sounded
that
like
when
a
it first
musical,
came
so
out.
I'm throwing out the first. I was at the theater.
It's Seize the Day,
Oh, the
right?
Nazis. What's Side Story?
When you're a jet, never mind. I'm done with all of it, right?
Let's move on.
So you are Slaughter Party. You are from Kenosha,
Yes.
not Racine,
No.
but you're from Racine.
I'm from Racine. I'm the odd man.
This is the blend. This is the scene that we're talking about.
Now we're back.
So,
Kenosha, Racine.
how did you all come to be? Who are you? How did Slaughter Party become in existence? What we know today.
Okay,
Me?
What?
Do I get to talk
well,
to
anyway,
that?
Slaughter Party started out. Ray and myself was a concept. Ray and I played together for many, many years. We played in a cover band, Frantic. Played all over the area, and we decided, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, we want to play our own music. You know, so anyway, so our first project was an industrial metal horror group. We wrote an entire album, worked on that, just tons of big. We have a whole album of that together, synthesizers, sequencers, and all this other stuff is just brutal. And then we're like, you know what? It's just a little too much work to put it together, having about like 6, 7 guys together to produce that live. But you know what? Let's turn it into a fun 3-piece punk band. So we turn it into a feel-good murder band, something we can do with just a few guys so we can get it off its feet a little sooner. Just we love playing and wanted to get out there, so we kind of converted our ideas, our theme, and put it into what we have a Slaughter Party. I think our entire album, Ray and I wrote in the span of about a month and a half.
We were crushing it.
Just crushed it. We just pretty much lived, breathed, and ate murder daily.
So,
Put it together.
so there is a band in Chicago. Oh, fuck, why can't I think of their names? Macabre. Are you familiar
I've
with
seen them
who
live.
they-
They're awesome.
They're assholes.
Oh, really?
They're assholes.
Oh, I've seen them live.
The
They're
next
good
time I
live.
get called dollface, go fetch me anything, I will cut your dick off.
All face go.
Yes, they came and played Parkside.
Sausage.
Yeah, I'll cut your sausage off.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Bless you.
when I was
It's live.
yes, that's live. Good push. So when I did the station initially back in 2006, we had Macabre come play with Monstrosity and Withering Soul.
Monstrosity too.
They slept at our house, and Lee fell asleep with our dachshund on the couch. and their bassist at the time, Ben, fell through our glass table. So anyways, this band came to play, and I was like, oh, horror metal, this is really cool stuff. I knew all about the serial killers that they were singing songs about. They show up, and they were like, you need to do this isn't right. Dollface, go fetch me. And I was like, if anybody fucking calls me that one more time, I'm gonna cut these people. And like the station manager at the time, who is now my ex-husband,
Yeah, we're a little more laid back.
was like, can you just go get him Burger King? I was like, I'm gonna kill you too. So, anyways, I don't know if you guys have ever like talked to these people. Would you play a show with them?
Not if they're douchebags like that.
You hurt Jess The Ska Kid's feelings.
No.
Fuck you, asshole.
Yeah, that's pretty
Just
shitty.
kidding.
Pretty shitty.
So how did you come to be this? Because besides you guys, the only and Macabre, the only other like horror or anything that I know would be Rat Bat Spider.
Sure. Milwaukee.
Also played our basement. Yeah, like way Milwaukee.
Right.
Like almost northern. A couple hours away.
No, we
Yeah,
love
they had
horror.
to come get their shit.
Absolutely love horror. Like I think I'm one of those people. Like I think, for example, when Human Centipede come out, hey, you gotta watch. You don't watch this. It's disgusting. I watch
loved
it. It almost, in a sick way, to not sound like I'm disgusting. It almost turned me on a little bit. 'Cause it was just absolutely hilarious, and it was just so much fun. So
When our cats go missing,
that's kind of when I realized
we
that
fucking know who to
I'm
call.
kind of a creep. Like Ravenous, that was another really good one. Like, kind of a B-grade cannibal movie that really kind of turned me on to wanting to do a horror genre music, because it was cannibalism, but they filmed it in such a fun way where they'll have like happy soundtrack while this cannibal's chasing down this guy and you cut him into pieces and eating him. And it's just like, but it's like in this like feel-good theme.
Right.
And it's just like, to me, like other people are just like, what the fuck is this? And I'm just, this is awesome.
I enjoy the mix between the light and the dark. That it's so contrasting as far as what we're talking about versus how the music sounds. And that's kind of, I think, what our big draw is. Because there's, like Rat Bat Spider, they're a little more thrashy than us. Macabre, that's more heavy metal. So we're kind of in that middle ground.
Right in between.
Right, yeah. And again, in our music style, again, I think there's a lot of pop punk influence. There's also a lot of rock and roll, some blues. Really just a standard just rock and roll element, but to a horror theme, but generally in a more light, feel-good sense, but yet the lyrical content is extremely, like, very dark and twisted and demented. Kind of just gives like a feeling of like psychosis and just,
It's fun about it.
puts rock and roll music.
How do you feel about it? Because it is kind of different than the Union.
It's very different, yeah. Actually, that's kind of what drew me to it, I wanted to do something different.
Yeah? Do you guys feel cheated on, Union League? That your drummer went and drummed for somebody else? He stuck his drums in somebody else's band?
We're gonna beat him up
What did you say? Do you guys feel jealous? Who's the primary girlfriend? I just kidding.
I've been with
Well,
these
no,
guys
actually,
we're the side chick.
with Jared again. We had Paul. We just started out this year. Late February was our first show. Again, we started writing right at the end, end of December,
We had you
January.
guys playing what? March or April?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you
That was our
found me
first
right
show.
away
That was our
and was
first
like,
show.
we're doing
Our
this.
first show was in George's with an Ozzy tribute band. Then we did Brat Stop. Our second show was Brat Stop for Sternfest,
Right.
Vampire, all them.
And then us.
And then you guys. Well, no, there was one before you guys at the City Zoo. Sid's been an old friend of mine for a long time. But where was I? Oh, with again, Jared. Before getting to Jared, we had. It was Ray and I. We wrote everything as the concept, and we had a friend of ours, Paul, absolutely amazing guy, great friend. Love him to death. There's no bad blood at all. Just had some.
It's some personal stuff.
Some
He had to
personal
deal
stuff
with.
he's got going on. So it was just we kind of came to a parting ways for the time being.
How does that work? How does a band break up nicely so that there isn't bad blood? Because I think that's a bullshit political term that people usually use. Because there's always some kind of hurt with a breakup.
Well,
Sure.
yes, I get. Sorry.
Sure, but he had some personal stuff, like stuff we probably shouldn't talk about.
No, that's fine. You don't have to talk about why they broke up, but like.
And there was a little bit of a blowout at one point, but after the fact, we still we felt like, hey man, we care about you. We've been playing with you for a little while, and you know, we didn't know him before that, but
he carried us through a great year.
Yeah,
we had a very
he's
good
a
year.
cool dude, you know.
Do you have music recorded? Because when you met me, you like went on
That
for
was-
like 15 minutes,
Yep.
didn't even breathe, and went
sorry.
on about like I have like 2 hours of live music, and I'm like, you can breathe, and I couldn't even say you can breathe because you just
Sorry.
kept going. So no.
We do have
I
recorded
talked to you.
music. We have a disc. We're getting shipped to us here shortly. Actually, we'll have them available.
For
For
our
Your
party.
Halloween show. For your
by the
Halloween
Halloween show. Yeah.
We'll have them before then, but we're not going to release them in public because we're doing a couple shows coming up with friends of ours. We're doing a CD release party. So
First rule?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
On Friday the 13th. So we're not going to.
We're not trying to
You know,
steal
we're
it
not
from
going to pee in their Cheerios. You know, of course. You know,
Right.
let them have the,
Yes.
the full spotlight for that. So we'll hold on to that.
Are you gonna do a CD release?
Yeah, years.
That's that. Should we market it as that?
I don't mind. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm going to do a CD release here, and then the following Friday in Milwaukee at Bremen. We've been playing in River West
I
a
like
lot
Bremen.
too. Bremen
Yeah, we did too. That
Cafe,
was a cool place.
It is
um,
cool.
Circle A. That's a cool little place. You know, Quarters Rock and Roll Palace. We were able to do part of
So
a
small.
Milwaukee Punk
Yeah.
Fest.
That's what's fun about those places.
Yep. And then we got
And it's still a cool state. You know, I like this place.
we got Frank's Power Plant coming this weekend.
Yeah, you guys have tons of stuff coming out.
Yeah, we've been very busy this year. Very busy.
Your events have always been talked about since like you liked the page and stuff. As has the union leagues on
Yep.
all of my live stuff. It's always shared and people invited. So
Yeah, I think one of the bands we play with most frequently has been Union League.
Yeah.
Love these guys. They're
Yeah.
absolutely awesome. You know, a lot of fun. They always bring just tons of energy to the stage. It's just great guys to
I
play
got
with.
stabbed and a beer
I
thrown
think
on
you
me
should-
at my own house. What the fuck is happening here?
Yeah. Here we talk good about you, and
So
that's
slippery.
So slippery.
You guys are talking sausage party.
I know. He was just like
right?
mixed
But,
with
but
human
yeah, but again, like,
centipede.
and again, Union League has been one of the like our favorite bands we've ever worked with. So I mean, just naturally, you know, we kind of came to a crossroads and we look and we're like, hey, Jared, he was already a friend of us. Hey, would you be interested in helping out a little bit? You know, and I just we gel really well.
How
know,
did you guys
it's
meet?
a lot of fun. Sorry, with these guys.
How did you all meet? How did this come to be who you
Ray and I
are?
have been friends for forever. We've known each other for
for-
years. We actually worked together first at a
For more than 10 years.
call center,
Yeah, we were
doing
at a call center
surveys
downtown.
for U.S.
Market
Bank.
Pro?
Yeah,
Yes.
Market Pro.
Downtown?
Yes.
Oh, that has come up twice or 3 times in the last week.
Yeah,
Really?
that's where Ray
Yeah.
and I met.
Yeah.
And I think when you first were like, oh, he's cool, like when I got arrested or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm not going to go into that. Like the cops came and like searched my bag and there was a bunch of like.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this dude's cool. He got arrested at work. That's
I'm
pretty
like,
cool.
all right, he's cool. I'm going to talk
Did you
to
work
him
with
now.
Jack Sites?
What?
When you worked there, did you work with Jack Sites?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, you probably know him.
He looks
I
like a
don't know,
sausage.
A long time ago. Different person.
Now you're speaking our language.
With mustard.
Only mustard.
No? Yes, only mustard.
Never ketchup.
And onions and sauerkraut.
So yeah, again, Ray and I have been playing together. We've been jamming together for years before we even started, you know, this band.
And before Frantic, we had a thing. What do we call it?
Shoryuken.
Shoryuken, yeah.
Yeah, like Shoryuken. Yeah, like uppercut,
What?
Street Fighter,
For real?
Street Fighter. Yeah.
Yeah. It
We
was,
wrote
it
an
was
entire
like
album
a-
like speed metal, like thrash metal,
Thrash metal,
you
yeah.
know, like two lead guitars.
We keep writing albums and not doing anything with them. So
Yeah.
this is like.
Ray and I have 3 albums fully composed, fully recorded, fully just done.
That's what he had said,
Never
that's
actually
right.
did. We do. It's
Two of
actually
them.
fun.
Yep.
Yep.
We just.
Yeah, we
didn't
have
do
a
it.
habit of taking like an entire year of like doing an entire album and then just doing nothing about it.
Yeah.
So, how did you come to meet Jared then?
I was drunk and I stumbled upon them at a benefit show with my friends from First Rule.
Ah,
I'm like, you guys
he's
are
my
awesome,
pizza
man.
guy.
Yeah.
That's how I
was-
met them. They liked my stuff on Facebook. They followed along, and one night while I'm inebriated, it's 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
You
some
ordered
dude-
toppers.
I did.
Yeah.
Chris shows up to my door and he's like, "Are you Jess the Ska Kid? Not here's your pizza. The amount is signed here.
Yeah.
Are you
This guy-
Are you Jess the Ska Kid?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah.
Yay!
Can I have my pizza?" And he was like, "Will you play our music on the air? You do that show, right?" And he gave me tickets to a show at Miramar. Told me who he was and gave me his CD, and I was like, "But can I have my pizza?"
He's like, no, I don't have a pizza.
They were pretty
I went
much
to that
just
show,
like a
actually, the
drunken
Miramar
party
one.
favor. But I fell in love with them. They were awesome.
Yeah.
First rule, they're awesome too. Chris
And
is
then
good
we didn't
here.
remember what we talked about the next day. Like, none
You
of
were
like,
like,
hey man, hey, I don't know what happened last night. I don't either.
Actually, at that show, Will said he asked me to play bass, and I don't remember what.
Well, we
Just
played.
remind you, I did.
It was us.
Oh.
I was pretty inebriated.
Yep.
Yeah,
Not
it was
for him, but
literally-
we were. Yeah,
We
sorry.
were all so drunk. Like all of us were exploded. Like before we even played, I think we
Yeah.
already had like 4
Yeah,
shots.
again, we were
I don't know
just
how
ready.
many
We were
goals.
just
Four
ready to
shots
kick
does
off
it.
our band. We
Yeah,
had a
we're
drummer,
going.
and we're like, okay, and Ray, because Ray, he's a little more of a guitar player than bass, but he's great on bass too. Fucking phenomenal. You'll hear him in a minute too. Just a great musician. We'll have to play with this guy for years for a reason. Other than the fact, I love you, Ray.
Aww. Our first marriage live here on Jess The Ska
Even
Kid.
though he is a complete asshole sometimes, I can't stand him. But that's
Really?
okay.
He's not been that to me. You showed up to our last
He's
date
my
and show all
roommate now
quiet.
too, so I get
together.
to say that.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Wait,
Fuck him.
I'm confused. I'm
Like,
confused.
when are you gonna cut the grass, man? I'm just kidding.
The
I'm
dirt.
kidding. Cut the dirt.
Who does it?
The dirt?
Okay,
Our
I didn't say
lawn's
that.
dry.
I love you, Ray. You're all right, man.
So if people are interested and they're
This
watching,
Mexican will.
this Mexican will shut up, Kev.
Well, I'll do
No,
your
you
work.
won't. If our neighbor stole your fucking lawnmower.
Yeah.
He's always telling us that people are going to steal our lawnmower and then takes our lawnmower to go cut the whole neighborhood's grass. Not a joke. Our neighbor's like, as he's pulling it away, you should really chain this up. I'm going to go mow the neighbor's lawn. And we were like,
How do you mow mine?
hey man, he does. He doesn't
So-
need to. He trims the trees though.
I guess show is coming up real quick.
Yeah.
For one. Again, well, tonight we got
Please feel
Jared
free
here.
to take over the interview, Will. 'Cause
You know,
this is a basement.
sorry.
Go on. Oh,
So,
no one warned you about
So
it.
tomorrow night we're at Hat Tricks. Saturday, Frank's Power Plant. And actually, Jared is not going to be with those 2 nights. When we first had our issue with our drummer, we were looking around for fill-ins. We have another fill-in who's the drummer from Dead Morticians. They're Milwaukee-based, kind of a horror, like speed, like thrash metal, like speed metal band. He's going to be filling in with us tomorrow night and Saturday. But then Jared again, he's the rest of the year. But right now, we got to confirm with him. We're super excited about that. Again, we gel so well with this guy. It's great fun. So we have October 7th, Evelyn's, which is going to be an odd lineup. There's a Johnny Cash tribute band,
What?
like a
Yeah,
rap / noise duo band, Ghost something,
Gorilla Ghost.
Gorilla Ghost,
What?
and then a TBD band,
How did
and
this-
horror punk.
How did this happen?
I'm just surprised.
Again, it's just weird. Well, actually, we've done
Like it just got weirder.
Yeah.
Like it,
Yeah.
there was nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
I can't wait to go there. Oh, we're playing it. Oh.
I'm really good friends with a guy named Tony Rhoden in the seniors.
They are.
He's done like 50 bands, I swear. He's been like that. But one of his bands is a Johnny Cash tribute band called
Okay.
Cash Movement.
Wouldn't that just be psychobilly or rockabilly?
Kind of. They're
Yeah.
it's pretty interesting. He
Yeah,
plays a stand-up drum
It's
kit.
gonna be a fun night.
A stand-up drum
Yeah,
kit?
he plays a stand-up drum kit for this,
Yeah.
and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I saw that picture of it. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Pretty amazing.
And then after that, again, we're playing with our friends Union League. It's gonna be a kick-ass show at 1175. Newer venue in Kansasville.
That keeps throwing me because Kenosha used to have 1146.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Red Olive Lounge.
46,
It's
I
awesome.
shared
Played there last time.
the
And then we got Port.
We're playing here.
Or no, it's Friday the 13th at the Port.
We're playing
It's
here.
at the port.
Friday the 13th at the Port, which is October 13th. And we're here October 28th. We're going to do a CD release over there. We'll have them available at a very cheap price. It's going to be more of a collector.
Awesome.
It's going to be a collector item, and the disc is really cool. It's actually a brain that's being eaten by his face. Like when you open up the disc, like the jacket. So it's
I
really
get one,
cool.
right?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. It's going to be a collector item. We're only going to print 100 of them, no more. And then we're going to do this is an EP, actually a large EP. It's going to be 10 studio track plus 2 live, but then we're going to go back and release a 15 or 16 track
LP.
larger, like full album afterwards with a vinyl as well.
We're sitting on a bunch more songs.
That'll be early 2018, like probably February, March.
So, if people wanted to find you, the people who are viewing and tuning in and are gonna hear you play in just a second, besides Facebook, where the hell can they find you?
Reverb Nation, that's about it. I mean, we have a Twitter page and an Instagram, but we don't use it as much.
hashtag.
Do you have
Reverb is-
SoundCloud?
Not yet, no.
No? No
Wait, what?
SoundCloud?
Hashtag West
No,
Korea.
don't use SoundCloud or Bandcamp.
Okay.
I was going to, but it's just too much work to keep up with all of them.
You know,
Need to
the
get my
band
job
just
and
isn't you, right?
What's
Like,
that?
there's that one, and your other two fill-ins.
Don't make me do work.
I'm gonna make you do work!
Oh, okay.
Work it! What does Rhiannon's song say? Work.
Yeah. It's a lot of work. I'm already keeping up with, the Facebook and the Reverb Nation, and again, Instagram. I try to keep up on that a little bit. At least before shows, we'll pump it up beforehand. Twitter, usually just for the real big shows.
What have you found has been the most successful way to get people engaged?
Facebook.
Yeah.
Mostly Facebook.
Yeah,
Oh,
Facebook
Facebook.
events, just inviting people,
Okay.
talking to people. And again, most engaged, just working, branching out to new bands, other bands, just doing something different. New venues. Just we're always playing new venues and just reaching out to new people. That's number one.
What
Just
about
not
merch
always
besides CDs? Do you have stickers? Do you have t-shirts?
Yes,
Do you
we
have...
have-
stickers, t-shirts, and buttons,
Yep.
Cool.
which we didn't bring today
Yeah, I
because
know.
we're dumb.
But we will have
Will they
we will have
here?
a deal. Yes, when we're here, we're gonna have for $20 to get a T-shirt, a sticker, a button, and a CD.
Jared, are you going to play with them
Yeah.
for the Halloween show?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. He's playing with us for each show we have right now, except for the
these
shoot.
next two.
Yeah, the only shows I'm missing are these next two. But otherwise, I'll be here for the 7th, the 13th, the 21st, the 28th.
So,
Show.
Yep.
do you guys have...
And then Krampus Fest,
Krampus
which is gonna be
Fest?
cool. Yeah, we're playing at Club Garibaldi. It's
It's
the second annual Krampus Fest. The first weekend of December is a 2-night
I know where
event.
that is. I went to see the Slackers
Yeah, it's
there.
going to be at Club Garibaldi and Kochansky's in Milwaukee. For
Okay.
the Friday nights, Garibaldi will play the Friday night, and the Saturday, Kochansky's. Yeah, which is very fitting for us, And the song we're going to be releasing for that is also going to have a CD for with all the bands that are doing Krampus Fest. It's a charity event. All the money is going towards local heroin addiction centers.
What, heroin did you
Yeah,
say?
heroin addiction centers. So it's
Gotcha.
a great cause trying to clean up, some of these areas and get people off junk making.
If we actually fucking loved people, they wouldn't need to do that. So, just saying.
Yeah. I was one of those people myself too, and I'm not ashamed of that. So I'm really for that cause.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
it's an important thing. Kenosha actually
Yep.
has a revolutionary
Yep.
program as far
I've
as
been
like.
since 2005.
That's good.
Other than beer.
Other than beer,
Other than beer. That doesn't count.
because okay.
Well, we really should mention, and I'm sorry I forgot to do this with the union too, but the show on the 21st, 1175, it's all being donated to Autism Speaks.
Yes.
This is an Autism Speaks.
Yes.
How did your
So-
beer get so foamy?
Every
sitting
single
there?
one of them
single
does
one
that.
is
Every
open.
single one. This guy just temperature.
So, yeah, that's going to be another benefit.
It's
for-
champagne and
That's
bubbles.
awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
as far as like playing shows is concerned, have you set most of them up yourselves, or did you get asked? I mean, I know that the one that you played for us, I asked you guys because you had already sought me out.
Right.
So,
Most of them, he's pretty much the booking agent, but most of them we've set up. I've grabbed a couple here or there, or we've been asked by a couple other bands. We played with Cookie Crotch Nuts.
who are those guys?
They're like
Cyclistick and Slipknot.
yeah, they're
No, I know what they are, but who
Oh,
are
so-
they?
they're a
Because
bunch
he
of
says I
weirdos.
should know them.
They sing
Some
about
of the
boogers and
dudes
buzz
from
and floppy
Mold,
nuts.
yeah.
Like Jamie and Derek and
Nick, the singer from Mold of the Earth, is
Excuse me.
also a singer in one of the two singers in Cookie Crotch
yeah.
Nuts.
No.
Yeah,
Isn't that bad?
pretty much,
I know.
yeah.
Wait, things I shouldn't know. Anyways. Right? It's only better when she's crying. Sugar should always be crying.
Yeah.
Anyway. So do you guys want to play some music?
Absolutely.
Nope.
Do you have anything else you want to tell our audience?
Not really.
Okay.
Eat brains.
Eat brains.
Yes.
Why can't we have some
Zombie
guts?
time.
Why can't we have
That's
some guts?
funny you mentioned that.
Right? That's pretty good, right?
Monkey on the gut.